Hello everybody. Tonight I'm going to be talking about Micheal Gorley's tarot card read. I did 3 tarot card reads. This is the 3rd one. I did it for Sandra as a more or less of a checker to make sure the reading stayed the same, in which it did. I trust my guide, guardian angels, and ancestors' information. I trust my mind's eye. I trust my abilities. Hold on. I brought an extra piece of paper in case Micheal starts to talk tonight. I heard a word already. I'm just going to keep it here just in case anything else happens to come through. And for his case, I know that there's more than one person that killed Micheal. I believe Micheal was tricked into a situation. I believe he was taken advantage of, and I believe it was a systematically planned attack. Okay. So Micheal, if you're stepping in, sweetie, you are allowed to say whatever you have to say to me. I'm going to be reading the tarot session. Mom already knows about it. I've already discussed it with her. I also discussed it with Lori, because nothing's changed in the reading. It states all the same things. Yes. It says accusations now 3 times. His death is made to be looked at in one way when really it had to do with something totally different. Okay. And in actuality, he went missing for a reason that I'm going to be asking him about. Yes, okay. And everything that is going on in the tarot read, I will get I get keywords that I'm supposed to introduce into the reading that I'm supposed to say. When I do a tarot card read, I'm what you call an intuitive reader. When I pull a card, a word will pop into my head, and it will just describe to me what exactly is the card's trying to tell me. And the meaning in the book is either different from what I come up with in my mind's eye, or it's the same exact thing, and it's just a heads up for me that that card is very significant before, it actually comes up, if you get what I'm trying to say. So when I did his last tarot session today to confirm everything, to make sure nothing changed, I got a few words. I'm just rewriting these ones down on all the same paper so I can actually, because I've already have a couple words that were just stated, just turning on my camera. And we'll discuss these and any other words that come through. Okay, I think I got them all. Okay. So, in his case, I see a lot of the same cards repulled. No matter how many times they're shuffled, no matter how many times I mix them, I cleanse them, it's always the same comeback. There is a female involved in this, also one that is pregnant, also a male. And as I said, I believe he was tricked. He was taken advantage of. And the way his disappearance looks, it's about one thing, and when it was really about something else. And no matter how hard I tried to get a different answer, that's the same thing that popped up. And I'm getting a lot of words being repeated tonight as we speak. And I'm going to let Micheal say anything he needs to say in this video. And if he wants to speak to his mother or his family, then he is able to. But nobody else is allowed to step into this reading. None whatsoever. Are we clear? Nobody else. Tyler, I will definitely let you have time to speak, honey, okay? I haven't forgot about you. The people that hurt you are in prison, and we are going to get answers, okay? If you could please help Micheal, help me, okay? Help Micheal get justice. Work with me and Micheal, okay? If possible, I would really appreciate that. But if you can't, I understand. But I need to speak with Micheal, okay? Just so we have that, okay? Thank you so much. And Tyler, I will do another reading with you if you'd like, on a different time, okay? Just so you know. Okay, very active tonight. My energy is being drained very quickly here. So I'm going to try to do this video as quickly as possible so I don't get overdrawn and overtired. The more energy that's taken from me, you'll start to notice a slur in my speech, if it happens in that sense. So tonight I'm going to be talking about Micheal Gorley's case, his tarot card read. As I said, it came up 3 of the same exact readings, and I cannot get past this reading with any other information because the reading is coming up the same exact way as it did the first time. There's some basic answers, and then there's some answers that match up with the number 7. And I think that's very, very, very significant number to his case. So the first card reversed was Justice. Injustice, false accusations, and prejudice. Now, accusations was just repeated over and over again in the last few minutes that I've been on here, besides on the cold read. What about the cold read, Micheal? False accusations and prejudice. This, for some reason, accusations is what's leading me to the reason why his disappearance was not as they're saying as it is. The police didn't actually look into his case the way they're supposed to. It was for one way, but it's being presented to the public as another. The second card pull was the Star. An opportunity missed. through negativity and pessimistic outlook and behavior. Opportunity was also repeated tonight while I was on here with you. And the Star Tarot card, it oddly is related to the number 7. It has 7 stars across the top of the card. So I believe this is some sort of direction for Michael, and he's just showing me in many different ways. Third card pulled, 3 of Wands. Disappointment. Others working against you. Now, this right here, I believe this was a goal of theirs. Like, this was a must. This was a goal that they worked on, that they knew that they were going to do this to Michael, because as I'm reading this to you, this is where the goal part comes in. And this was one of the words that was repeated to me today twice. Mark again. The word mark. The card Ace of Coins reversed. Momentary success, easily lost, taken away. I think Michael had a lot going for him, and sadly it was taken away way too quickly for him, and time lost. Again, bound. This word has been said 1, 2. It's twice now since I've been on here, bound. So as we know, like I said, I think Michael had a lot going for him, and it was taken away. It was easily lost to general aspects of life. Things happen in life to where one moment we could have it all, or just have a happy life, and then mistakes are made, and we cherish the past tense, so to speak. The card, the Emperor, that was the 5th card. Tendency to enjoy failures of others, lack of ability to work together and cooperate towards a common goal. I didn't get a pull to Michael to this card. I think, in a sense, Michael wanted to do good. He wanted to do better. What does that mean? But I think he felt judged, because that's what I heard, judgment. I think Michael was trying to get better, and it was very hard for him, I think, because the judgment was so deep. I think that it really bothered him. I think that's what he's trying to tell me. Tendency to enjoy failures of others. I don't think that was Michael. I think that is just a statement with this card. Working towards a goal of trying to get better, it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of teamwork. And I think some days he could and some days he couldn't. He would do good, and then he would fall back. The 6th card, 5 of Coins, misguided goals, poor decisions or lack of, destitution, misery, and misfortune. Obviously this goes to his disappearance. I'm not too sure why this is being said. All-seeing eye. Referencing to what? as in, obviously when a spirit passes on the all-seeing eye to them, to him, what he's saying to me is, he sees everything and everything that happened, and to him, his goal is to try to get them placed in an incarceration. The all-seeing eye knows, and he knows of the people, he knows in the afterlife still. You didn't take his soul, you took his body, and that's all you took. Because Micheal is the all-seeing eye now. He is the person that can see you. You can't judge him anymore, but he can see you, and you're not going to take away his spirit, you only took his body. Thank you for that, Micheal. I was trying to figure out a way to introduce that into the conversation. Trigger what? Trigger who or trigger what? Trigger. Divide. I'm going to move on to the next card. If you have anything else you'd like to say, please do so, okay? Queen of Coins is the 7th card I pulled. Positive, good woman, good-natured. She has a head for business, boasting sense of humor, down to earth, hardworking. I believe this is his mother. I believe this is you, Sandra. I just think that Micheal wanted people to know that you were a good person. Okay, where's that word again? It says misguided. I think he spoke of his mother in a way that he wanted people to understand her. She's not a cold-hearted person. She's stern, but she's loving, and she's full of humor, good nature. She has a head for... She's very smart and is very good with business types. I think that was his way of describing her to me. The 8th card was Ace of Swords reversed. Significant negativity. Forces, significant negative forces, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Significant negative forces at work. Please be mindful, keep grounded, and more or less keep your 6 up, because this case, you have individuals that are very aware of where Micheal is, and they don't want anything being brought up, and they don't want people finding things out. So there are people that are working really hard here, and they're very negative people. They're very... What's that word again? It's a word with a J. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat that for me? It almost sounds like it's saying, the word is, it's being said as in, I know I'm hearing it wrong though. I can't repeat a word that I don't know how to say, honey. I'll leave that one for Mom, okay? It says twist. More or less twisted. 9th card, King of Coins. And this is where This is where the woman and the man are spoke of again and again and again. A hard-working man appreciates finer things in life, materialistic, but also corrupt and holds grudges. That was the 9th card. Almost sound like the word bridges is being said. Excuse me. I'm so tired. I'm trying to keep myself together here. It almost sounds like the word bridges, but when I'm this exhausted, a lot of words can be jumbled for a reason. And this is where the female comes in again. Lovers, failure, division, frustration, breakdown of a relationship. I think this has everything to do with Micheal, and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to listen to something here. This woman leads back to the male that we were just speaking of. And for some reason, I believe that was the team that decided to take Micheal's life. And that was the tarot card read. But the words that came through for this tarot card read: misguided, twisted, the word that was just said before was the word cohort. Cohort or cohort. Charles or Carl. Stephen, son, again 7 numerous times. Make way, endeavors, goal, divide, treasure or pleasure. The goal word came through for disappointments and other workings against you. Also, past time. Accusations was said on the first one. For some reason, he wants to point that one out, because it's making it one way when it's supposed to be a whole different reason why. Bound was said a few times. Through, misery, again endeavors, goals, divide, shudder, guide, mark, opportunity. He tells me I need to go back to the cold read. Time, lost, and bound again. Now, these words have to do with everything in this read that comes up. And these are the kind of things that pop up for me when I do a reading. It'll just be random words to associate with the card. Now, when I do his session, I have numerous questions for him from his mother. Not too detailed, because obviously I told her I don't want any information. Keep them broad, but try to leave certain names out, even if they have to be an abbreviation. And when I do his session for the spirit session, I will be asking all of his mother's questions live with her, so she can ask him the questions. Or obviously I would be asking the questions, but I also want her to know that I want Michael to know that if there's anything that he wants to ask her, she's just right on the same page as me, and that he can ask her questions and talk to her too. It's very hard to listen and try to talk and write at the same time. And I told Sandra, with me starting Michael's case, she's going to get a ton of friend requests. Do not answer them, due to when cases are started, and that's when people start trying to find information to help the suspects get away with things. I'm only going to be doing the cold read on the suspects, the spirit session, the tarot session, and after that, me and Sandra make moves in silence. Me and Lori make moves in silence. Her search team makes moves in silence. We do not do anything other than that. After, I only give out what I want people to know for the many, like I said, the many tactics that I use in order to get people to, so to speak, show up to watch the videos. And it's a learning process for some people, but other people, there's a reason why I do it. After that, like I said, we work in silence. There is no more, I don't give out, like I said, I've had plenty of messages. I told Sandra that people have asked me about Michael. I do not answer them. I don't give a second thought to tell people. I don't speak in any case about anybody that I'm not working with. Regardless of who you are, I cannot work with you if you are not the person that I'm working with. Period. So the next thing is now the spirit session with Michael. It is taking me some time. I'm trying not to rush and do all this because I'm trying not to wear myself down to where I'm no good. That's why I'm breaking it up in intervals. I have my mother who is sick. She's coming to live with me. So I have a lot of stress and a lot of things that I have to do in my home life. So I'm trying to do everything here, my physical job, take care of my family, and do this work. So I'm trying to keep it very spaced out so I can have all the energy I need. I'm very tired. I'm just very mentally exhausted just from my home life and my job. But it's expected in the times we live in, like I said, who isn't that way? So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just voicing my stressors to you guys. I'm human just like you. I'm no different than you guys. I just happen to speak to dead people. I'm sorry, my guides just told me, and your guides. So when I do the spirit session, after that I'm going to be doing the cold read for the suspects. I want Michael to give me a description of them, possibly where they are, where do they stay, who do I speak to about it, do I speak to a detective, do I speak, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm only working with Sandra and Lori, and that's it. If Sandra wants to take it to a detective, then that's her choice, but I'm going by what Sandra says. So everybody, you have a good night. I am going to be doing another video on, it's a random video about, it's called what I call the death knocks. When I hear those knocks, it's when someone in my family or friends going to pass away. So that's my next video, probably just tomorrow in itself. It's going to be a quick video, and it speaks about premonitions of passing in my family or friends, or just in general. I usually, when I dream things, I dream about dates. When I dream about dates, that means when death is coming for someplace in the world. It doesn't mean my family. So I'll explain that in my video. And as of right now, I'm going to cut this video and tell everybody good night, be safe, and have a wonderful evening, okay? Bye, everybody.